You've probably seen the crazy headlines, Supervolcano awakens, or is Naples doomed? It all sounds like a disaster movie, right? But what's it actually like to live next to Campi Flegrei, this massive volcanic area in Italy in 2025? Today, we're going beyond the clickbait to see what daily life is really like for the people who call this beautiful, and yeah, slightly shaky, place home. First, let's get our facts straight. Campi Flegrei isn't your typical cone-shaped volcano like Vesuvius. Imagine a huge underground cauldron bubbling away. It's what geologists call a caldera. Over thousands of years it's had massive eruptions, but mostly it just breathes. The ground rises and falls, a phenomenon called bradycism. This has been happening for centuries. It's not a new thing, but recently it's been a bit more active, which is why it's been in the news. So you're an 18-year-old living in Pozzuoli, a town right in the middle of the caldera. What's your morning like? You wake up, maybe scroll through TikTok and get ready for school or work. Does the ground shake? Sometimes, yeah, but we're not talking about Hollywood-style earthquakes. Most of the time it's a tiny tremor, like a truck rumbling past your house. People are so used to it that a small shake might just be a conversation starter over morning espresso. Did you feel that one? Yeah, a little one. And then you move on with your day. The local government and scientists aren't just sitting around either. Italy has one of the best volcanic monitoring systems in the world. Think of it like a super advanced health tracker for the Earth. There are sensors everywhere, measuring ground movement, gas emissions, and tiny earthquakes. This data is monitored 24/7. So while there's an element of unpredictability, it's not like an eruption would happen completely out of the blue. There would be clear warning signs, and there are very detailed evacuation plans in place. In schools, they have drills, just like you might have fire drills. They practice the evacuation routes and make sure everyone knows what to do. It's not about creating panic. It's about being prepared and empowered. It becomes a normal part of life, a bit like knowing where the emergency exits are on a plane. You hope you never need them, but you're glad they're there. For young people, it's less about constant fear and more about a shared community awareness. Now let's talk about the vibe. Does this volcanic activity cast a dark shadow over everything? Honestly, no. Life is incredibly vibrant here. You're living in a place steeped in history. The ancient Romans loved this area. You can literally walk through sunken Roman markets that have re-emerged from the sea due to the ground rising. How cool is that? You can go for a swim in the Bay of Naples with the island of Ischia in the distance and then grab some of the best pizza you will ever taste. The local economy is a mix of tourism, fishing, and normal city life. People are proud of their home. They have a deep connection to the land. This breathing earth is part of their identity. They've learned to live with it, to respect it. There's a certain resilience, a kind of dark humor about it all. You'll hear jokes like, "If the ground sinks again, at least my beachfront property value will go up." It's a way of coping, of showing that life goes on. Of course, there are worries. No one is completely ignoring the situation. Families talk about it. They have go bags ready with essentials just in case. The recent increase in tremors has made some people more anxious, and that's completely understandable. It can be stressful knowing you live on a supervolcano. Imagine your parents being a bit more on edge, or news reports causing debates at the dinner table. That's a real part of the experience, but the anxiety is often balanced by a strong sense of community. When there's a stronger tremor, people check on their neighbors. There's a feeling of, we're all in this together. Social media groups are filled not just with worried questions, but also with shared information, reassurance, and local updates, separating rumors from official facts. This collective spirit is a huge source of strength. So what about the future in 2025? People aren't packing up and leaving in droves. They're adapting. New buildings are constructed with a bit more flexibility in mind. Businesses have contingency plans. And for the young people, it's a fascinating, if sometimes unsettling, backdrop to growing up. It's a real-life geology lesson happening under your feet every single day. You might be studying for exams, planning a night out with friends, or arguing about who gets the car. And in the back of your mind, there's this quiet rumble. It's a reminder of the power of nature. But it doesn't stop you from living, from dreaming, from being a teenager. In a way, it makes life feel more precious. You learn to appreciate the calm days, the beauty of the coastline, the taste of a perfect mozzarella di bufala. Living near Campi Flegrei isn't about living in constant fear. It's about respect for nature, trust in science, and the incredible resilience of the human spirit. It's about finding normalcy in an extraordinary place. The headlines tell a story of potential disaster, but the everyday reality is a story of life, community, and a whole lot of really, really good food. It's a reminder that even in the shadow of a giant, people will always find a way to build a home and live their lives to the fullest. Thanks so much for watching and digging a little deeper with me today. It's a complex situation, and the people living there deserve to have their real story told. If you found this interesting, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.